This one was tough. This one was really such a tough loss. The Seahawks are not as bad as people think. I know the record doesn't show it, but the players they have, the secondary just needs a leader. We lost 5 to the Rams, and we could have won this game. And we didn't score anything in the second quarter. I don't know what happened to us after that. Momentum in the first quarter went away from the second, and then in the second half, that's where the Seattle Seahawks showed up. Now, like I said, the Seahawks are not as bad as people think. Even though Wilson did cause that fumble and that resulted in a touchdown, Seahawks were so close of beating the Rams. They were so close again. Like I said, the record doesn't show anything, but they're not as bad as people think. This team does have some future still. Even though this loss hurts, they do go in the play against Green Bay and Seattle. So this is what I predict what's going to happen after the Green Bay game, which I think they'll lose. They'll win every single game after that, except for the Kansas City Chiefs one. I personally think that's going to happen. This loss really does definitely hurt. Now the Rams just gotta win next week, and hope or the Seahawks lose to the Packers, and the Rams will clinch the NFC West. Now, what did I thought of this game? It was frustrating. This game was frustrating. I didn't even know what the heck happened in the second quarter. Where was the momentum you had in the first quarter of being up 14-7? Where was that momentum? It just disappeared. This team, like I said, is not as bad. I like to compare the Seattle Seahawks team right now to the Philadelphia 76ers. I know it's NBA, but hear me out. Hear me out. The Philadelphia 76ers are saying trust the process. And that's what the Seattle Seahawks team is. They're trusting the process. It may take them a year or two to finally get back in the playoffs. Maybe these teams will meet again. And I said, maybe. Even though I still think Green Bay will make the playoffs as a sixth team. Because those two top seeds, we don't know who it's going to be. Is it going to be Philadelphia? Is it going to be Seattle? Is it going to be Dallas? Is it going to be Green Bay? Is it going to be Carolina? We really do not know. But this is like I said, I predict. Seahawks, I think, will lose to Green Bay, and then they'll win every game until the Kansas City Chiefs game. They'll lose. The Seahawks will, I still think, finish the season 9-7, and will miss the playoffs again. Now, there are some questions on the offense as usual. Even though they scored 31 points, and Wilson did. This team actually did make a franchise record of having over their last six? Is it? Yeah, 6 games. I believe it's 6 or 7 games of having 150 plus rushing yards. That's a franchise record for each game that they played in the 6 games, 6 or 7 games. But yeah, this loss does hurt, but it is what it is. You gotta move on to the next week. I hope Seattle, like I said, may not make the playoffs. It may take them a year or two to finally get back to the way they want it to be. Because the Seahawks team, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, the Seahawks are just missing to me. I personally do think this, and this is personally to me, the Seattle Seahawks to me are just missing the star secondary player. What do I mean by the star secondary player? They're missing like a corner, any type of corner, like a Patrick Peterson. So far, Eli Apple's been decent for the Saints, and you're gonna need or a safety, just like in the Honey Badger. You're not gonna have Earl Thomas anymore. This team right here literally needs a leader in its secondary. To me, that's what this team really needs. It's a leader in the secondary. And once they could get that leader from the secondary to come join their team, I think this team can be better next year. But right now, yeah, this loss hurts, but at the same time, I'm proud from the way they played. To lose like this, it does hurt because you were close, but it tells you what your future could have later on. Maybe they do make the playoffs. Maybe I said. You gotta remember, we also gotta look at teams like Green Bay or Philadelphia. Maybe Dallas. The reason why I say Dallas because the fact that that's a team that you just don't know what to always expect. Or Green Bay, I think will. Carolina, maybe, maybe ain't gonna win their division. Falcons, I don't know. Vikings, who knows? Because those last two seeds are really what's gonna matter for the Seahawks. One of those last two seeds will matter to the end. But yeah, hard loss, but it's better than it's better than being blown out. Well, let's hope we beat Green Bay. Let's hope, even though I don't think we'll beat them, but like I said, let's hope. Let's hope.